What's going on, guys? Gomes here, back again on another MLB The Show 20 Diamond Dynasty video. You guys see my XP. I'm at level 81 bronze. I'm pretty proud of that. And today I'm going to tell you the best collections that I've been doing in order to really level myself up. In fact, I leveled up 10 times from level 70 to level 80 bronze, and it only took me about 25k stubs. That's pretty cheap. But before we get into this one, make sure to leave a like down below. Really does help me out a ton on the videos to get them out there, and then subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Have a lot more MLB tips and also doing a lot of gameplays, pack openings. If you like MLB The Show, this is the place for content. But getting on into this video, talking about collections, they are so good in order of XP, and I'm not just talking live series. There's a bunch of stuff, whether it be starter collections, whether it be the trophies right here, and other ways to supplement your stubs. But the core of it is going to revolve around live series. Now, I finished out 11 team collections last night, and my stubs, I think when I started, were at about I think I was at about 112k, and I ended today at about 88,000. So like I said, you know, between 20 and 25k stubs it took me to finish all of these with some other missions that I had completed. Now, keep in mind, I did pull Matt Chapman, which made the A's much cheaper for me, so that's why I had completed that one. Otherwise, all of these, no diamonds are included, but some of them, like the Twins, do have a lot of golds. So let's talk about a team like the Orioles, because this is, you know, a sought after collection, not for the Trumbo, but of the fact that they have just 3 silvers, no golds, no diamonds. The first thing that I want to tell you, I'm not really going to be able to make a how to do collections for cheap video because they took the way out to do that from last year. But one thing I will tell you, obviously, is put in buy orders. That's going to help you out so much, guys. That is very, very important. Also, something else I can tell you, put in these buy orders at night. I think that's the best time to do it. If you do it right now, well, it's kind of a weird situation. A lot of people are off work, a lot of people are away from school because, you know, what's going on in the world. But overall, I would recommend doing it at night. And also, before you go to bed, just put in a bunch of buy orders on this stuff, and I bet you, with how quick and volatile the market is, it has going to be sold by the time you wake up, just because so much stuff is selling on the marketplace. And just put in orders. I literally do it just one, or usually I round up to the nearest 10 or the nearest 5 to get my buy order in, and just do that for all the ones that you're looking for. Of course, pretty self-explanatory that you're going to be looking for, and you're going to get a lot of XP from collecting them. For the Orioles, if you have nothing collected, you are going to get 45k, 7,500, and that is going to be 11,000 XP per team collection you're going to complete, which is very, very good. And you're also going to get what would it be, 2,100 stubs back as well. So on some of these cheaper collections, that makes them really, really cheap and not expensive at all. Even with these collections that do have more, I recommend that you collect 20. I'm working currently to collect 30 on all the teams. I've started with like the Red Sox and the Yankees. Some of these you are going to start to have silvers, but I'll show you where that can actually help you out in just a minute. But I really do recommend any of the collections that don't have golds or don't have diamonds, or just have, you know, 1 or 2 golds. The Jays have 2 golds right here. The White Sox, I believe, have 3 golds right there. But it's really not all that expensive, and even the ones with just 1 diamond are not bad at all if you do have a couple more stubs, or if you do already have them. For example, the Cardinals, if you already have Jack Flaherty and let's say you accidentally collected him, or if you really like him on your squad, then it's not going to be that expensive. Couple golds, couple silvers, and the rest of the team, and you're going to get 2,100 stubs back and a ton of XP, which is the most important thing. The other ones that you guys probably already know about is Julie starter collections. As you start to do more live series collections, you are going to get cards that are going to help you to do this, but you probably started the game already with about this many cards to get that XP. So That is very important and something I think you definitely should do. Something to help supplement your stubs. If you haven't done the, MLB collections for Stadium, start doing those. That's a nice 1,000 stubs. If you have equipment, like bats, for example, this is going to give me 400 XP and 200 stubs, which is going to help me make some of those collections even cheaper. And do that for all of the equipment that you have. One that is very important is the created player. This is going to help you out a ton. You see, I still have a couple of these right here, and it's not because I'm going to do the creative player for a left fielder, but it's the collections and it's the stubs that I'm going to get. So as you complete more collections, remember, there's nothing you can do with these cards. They're locked into your collection. You can't quick sell, you can't exchange them. So you're going to have these cards. You're kind of stuck with them. They're going to collect pixelated dust or whatever. And you are going to get them, and you're going to be able to collect them for stubs within these creative player program missions. And this is what helped me out so much with these collections, because it just made it so much cheaper. As I went on through these, I bought this Lucas Giolito. I bought the Shohei, or I didn't buy the Shohei Ohtani. I bought the Taylor Rogers. I bought the Hyunjin Ryu. And I was getting these cards because I was doing collections that I had already locked in and spent stubs on, and I get more stubs back from the creative player missions. That's going to help you out a ton. And then the trophies is another great collection that's going to net you a good amount of XP. You probably already have a diamond player that you earned from some reason. If you did the Granderson, that's already won. That's 2,500 XP, 1,000 stubs to help you on collections. Collect 30 gold players. I didn't have this before last night. I do these team collections. I get this done. I get 3,000 XP, which is pretty dang good. I think that's around a 5th to a 4th of a level, depending where you are. Obviously, it's at a threshold. Where I am right now, it's harder to level up at level 81 than it was at level 41. So keep these numbers in mind. I went from 70 to 80. If you did the same thing as I did, you might go from 40 to 55. It depends on what level you start at, and then make sure to do all of these. They are very simple and very easy to do. Another thing with these live series collections, so I'm gonna point out the ones in particular I recommend: the Giants, the Pirates, the Marlins, the Seattle Mariners, the Royals, the Tigers, the White Sox, the Blue Jays, the Orioles, Christ. And then if you do have some more stubs, I recommend the Twins. I recommend the Reds because they don't have any golds. I don't think you should do the Rangers just because Joey Gallo is very expensive. If you want to do this in order to get the team Affinity Gallo, or if you just want Gallo on your squad, by all means do it. I'm talking strictly about XP. Free agents is another thing. I don't recommend to go out and buy all of these free agent cards. Why? Because it's going to cost you more stubs in the end to do this, to go from 120 to 362. Even though they're not that expensive, that is 242 cards that you're buying. That's quite a bit. That's probably going to cost you more than any of these team collections besides like the A's would. So I don't recommend doing this. Do it organically as you get the cards. For example, I checked last night. I was at 115. Then I went and bought 5 in order to get 7,500 XP. So just do it as you go. Just my opinion. A lot of cards are going for expensive right now. They're going for a lot of stubs. So just hold off on that one in particular. And another thing, with these collections, as you start to get them done, you're gonna get these rewards. You're gonna get an 81 Al Leiter for the Florida Marlins at this point, which is a breakout card. Make sure that you are adding these to the Legends and Flashbacks. I've already completed the breakout ones because look at how many team rewards were here. Well, I got that one for free. Evolution card, team reward, team reward, team reward, team reward, and these go for pretty much 300-400 stubs on the market, and that's 3,500 XP that I get from that. The veteran cards, these are all bronzes, these 5, so they go for probably 100 or less stubs on the market. Then these 2 team rewards, these this is a team reward. This is from Conquest. I think it's free. I didn't pay anything for it. You guys probably know what it's from. This is Conquest, and this is a team reward. So this all cost me maybe 100 stubs or so in order to, or 500 stubs in order to get, and I make 250 and 3,500 XP. So very good. Once again, do that for all 3 of these as you go on, and once you get more of those. So like I said, once you collect these cards, you're going to be able to get them and collect them in multiple different collections. And since you can't quick sell them, there's no point well, there's nothing you can do other than keep them. So you're putting them in other collections and you're making stubs off of that. And in turn, it's going to cost you a very reduced price in order to get them. So that is very, very important and something to think about that I do really recommend. If you do want to try and make these collections a little bit cheaper, what I do recommend is try and do some of these team affinities. If you want to play Showdown, play Showdown. It can be tough for some people. But that definitely is an option, and you get 5 vouchers that go for 4 team affinity points each. As you can see right here, if you want to stack them, you can put all 5 of them and get 20 points in progress. But what I'm more so talking about here, for the Orioles, for example, or no, let's take a team that I haven't done already, their collection, so the Indians. If you were to do this 250 innings with Cleveland players and do this mission, 40 innings with Indian players, that's going to be about 4.5 games you're going to play. If you play it against the computer, it's going to take you about 10 minutes per. So, you know, around an hour, maybe a little bit more than an hour, you're going to have to play in total. And you're going to get this for Live Series player pack. It's 2 silver and 2 bronze players. In particular, ones like the Orioles, that's going to be a lot of stubs that you're going to knock off the collections. So if you want to do that and try and save even more stubs, if you were to pull Trey Mancini and pull Michael Givens, that is like 1.5 thousand stubs that you're going to tack off the price of the Orioles Live Series collection. So if you're interested in doing that, I think it definitely is helpful, and it's going to help you complete even more collections because you're going to have more stubs to spend. But yeah, like I said, those are the best collections that you guys can do in order to get XP. The starter collections, those specific Live Series, and then the trophies. And once you get these cards, you're going to be able to put into more collections and make more stubs, so you can do even more collections off of them. So it is really good, really simple, and you're going to get a ton of XP. And I've already said so many times, XP is the name of the game. Some of the best cards, the best cards, are going to be unlocked here. That's going to do it for this video. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to leave a like down below. Let me know in the comment section what team collections you guys have completed and what is your XP reward path level looking right now. I'm at 81. I'm hoping to get to silver 1 in probably a couple of days. Gonna keep doing this, get more collections done, and hopefully we'll be at our first 99 overall player. But thank you all for watching. Subscribe on your way out if you guys have not yet. Hope you all have a great rest of the day. There goes Saudi. Yeet.